19 to go in the OT. One last Bobcat chance. Atchison right to left, 2-on-2, across the line with speed. Atchison middle, squares up, he shoots, he scores! Kept in by Atchison, left circle, landed Fannel, or across Volkova, moves in, he shoots, save Bolo, puck pops in the air, just behind the goal. Bobcats are buzzing here. Volkova, high slot, backhander tipped, close puck, back door, they dangle, they score! Played down by a chest-high stick illegally. Newmeyer backhands across. Hunter, right circle, moves in, still holds it, wraps it around in front, couldn't tuck it. Now Nico in the middle. He shoots, blocked by a sliding Colby Joseph. Girls wrap it around the boards. Newmeyer will left point keep. What action here? Hunter shoots, save, right side rebound, roll-offs. He scores! Left wing shot for St. Cloud blocked. Here's Clark, a shot, tipped on goal, rebound, all across the goal mouth. It's covered up, now dropped. Kiffin shoots, it's underneath Garvey, who makes a save. The last one of a series, and there are multiple mouths agape of the St. Cloud fans to our right. He has 2 winners in shootouts. The righty from Wisconsin, his parents watching to our right, has the puck, in on Moore, Hunter waits, he shoots, he scores! They get it in though, Beaumont with it, he shoots, save day, loose puck, tracked down Patilla, left goal line, gets Beaumont again with it. Vandal one-timer. He scores!
It's wintertime in Bismarck, North Dakota. Snow on the ground and in my face on November 7th. So we have Cory's Corner outside this week. Weather aside, the Bobcats have a home weekend coming up. Not only is it a rematch with St. Cloud, it's a chance for the Bobcats to get back onto a winning streak. And that's because the team went down to Minnesota and did not leave empty-handed.
You made the comment you did on Thursday about 400. Now that it's a 10-4 win and you can have a day off tomorrow and a week to think about this 5-point weekend for one, big win tonight. All the people have gotten you here, Byron Poole, who gave you the reins in 2010 and everything that's led to it, all the coaches and players you've seen over the years, the assistants you've had, whether it's Rother and Laz and Hendy. Just a reflection on what 400 wins means to you. Going down to Mason City last week,
Yep.
Not far away from your hometown in Minnetonka, Minnesota.
Yep.
It seems like every time we're on the bus and we pass your hometown, someone has to bring it up, and it's usually in a negative way. Why is that?
60 more minutes until Santa Claus. Alongside the Grinch, Lane Sedevy, referees beware. I'm Cory with just a regular Santa hat. It's hot in there, Lane, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really hot, to be quite honest with you, but, battling the elements right now.
The elements of what? Just breathing on your own self, and that's it? 5-0-2 in your last 7. Currently 1 point back of St. Cloud. With the Latvia national team representative, Patrick Johnson. Who'd you get that from?
Bismarck is in black. They'll go from right to left at home here in the first period. Bruins in white will go from left to right. Hunter Garvey in goal for the Bobcats. Trent Weinkin in goal for the Bruins. Bobcats control the opening faceoff as they beat Austin Solani in the circle, and he wins most of his faceoffs. Bobcats dump it in, and Trent Weinkin controls left side of his goal. Solani behind, pressured, Jonathan in front, 2-6 on the puck. And the Bruins with the puck in the left corner, wind it around far side. Patilla goes in, helps it back, Bear a shot that's blocked, and the Bruins get sprung out for a 2-on-1. Cook with Giuliani. Dylan Cook drags inside, drops it back, and Desiderio just overskates the puck. Bobcats have a 3-on-2. A blazing start as Newmeyer moves in. The pass across the way could not be covered by Weinkin. Got a piece. Controlled left corner, and the Bruins wind it around. Bobcats at 20-20-6, exactly hockey 500. Not a single team in the Central Division is below 500. More regulation losses than wins. Bobcats dump it in. Bruins at 29-11-7. Bobcats keep the puck, and a shot flutters. It's blocked by the Bruins captain on defense, Jack Malinsky. Former Bobcat Sam Malinsky, also a defenseman, his older brother, now at Cornell. Bruins send in to the right of Garvey. Right corner, Bruins third line, Ethan Lindahl centers the puck in front. A save by Garvey, and he's got it. Some pushing and shoving in front. A Bruin got taken down in front of the Bobcat net. Matisse Broussard, the left winger on the third line. He lost his helmet, in fact. Ethan Lindahl and Ocean Wallace on the line for the Bruins. And Broussard, one of 2 twins. He and Isaac Broussard, both from Montreal, Canada. The piece goes off to the penalty box. And we'll see if a Bobcat also gets sent off. Looks like Eric Atchison will get the gate for dueling roughing penalties at 1:13 of the first period. but he can't discount the save Garvey just made. Lindahl, a centering pass, and a shot getting stopped by Garvey, working left to right. And the Bobcats will have to send one man off. Beaumont gets over the bench, so it's a 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. And a face-off in the Bobcat zone, which Bismarck controls. Line 3 for them of Nico Chmielewski and Evan Hunter. They would have Calvin Hansen here, but of course only 2 forwards on a 4-on-4 situation. And the Bobcats have iced the puck. Draw coming back near Garvey. So Atchison and Matisse Brassard. It's in fact 2 for a cross-check on Atchison. So Garvey in goal for the Bobcats, 20 years old from San Diego, California. 26 start, split between Bismarck and El Paso. 13-11 and 1, 2.78 goals against. He's won 5 out of his last 6 starts, including last Friday night, his most recent start. He beat Minot with 22 saves and 2 goals against, but a lot of those saves were beauties. Far corner to his right, Bruins and Bobcats scrum 2-on-2, a hit to the back on Lindahl, but the puck released to the big Ocean Wallace. Bobcats take it away from him, and Ian Engel tries to swat it ahead backhandedly. Couldn't get past the line, kept by Wallace again. With nobody in front, Wallace creates a puck battle. Up top it goes, and it comes back to Wallace again from Goffredo. Jimmy Goffredo up top, walks along the wall. Left wing shoots. Blocked in front, good save. As Beacom went down, it deflects wide of Garvey. Bobcats race out here. Evan Hunter with his first game back from injury. Suffered back in Austin 2 weeks ago due to a hit by Ocean Wallace back in the first period. Got Hunter around the head on the boards. Bobcats get a break. Volkema moves in. He shoots. He scores! Logan Volkema strikes first. 2.5 in. 1-0 Bobcats. Logan Volkema outstrips his man coming down the middle. Completely dekes out Trent Weimkin. Slid the puck into a wide open left side of the net. Volkema scores a 4-on-4 goal on just the Bobcats' second shot. His 5th goal this season. 1-0 Bismarck in the first period. Logan Volkema from Evan Hunter at 2:24 of the first. Now some shoving off the draw, and Volkema and Nate Loft of the Bruins will both be given penalties. We're going to skate 3-on-3. Now they're going to drop the gloves. Here they go. Look, the hard right hand. He puts Volkema down with 2 punches. The linesman could not separate Loft and Volkema. They both dropped the gloves neutrally. Then Loft, before they could get tangled up, delivered a hard right hand on Volks and took him down with only 2, maybe 3 punches. And all the Bruins scratches behind their bench and their bench are mouths agape at Loft, clearly winning that fight from Logan Volkema. Nate Loft is just absolutely fired up with a mohawk on his head, yelling through the penalty box, his mouth forming an O. And a whole bunch of people in Section 2 also were fired up for that. Maybe they're Bruin fans too. Right behind the Bruins bench as Volkema and Loft will both exit the game, which would indicate they're done for the night. They fought before the face-off as Loft and Volkema both just shoved each other. I think Loft initiated it. However, it's hard to really be sure. They wouldn't stop going at it. They were exchanging words as they were both given initial penalties. Minors off of that, and then they just both dropped the gloves, and that's the last thing you want to have if you're the Bobcats. You just scored a goal. Volkema scored it, and then he gets beat in a fight, and now all the Bruins scratches from Section 4 watching this game are coming down to get in their tunnel and probably give Nate Loft a whole bunch of hugs. That is the last thing you want if you're the Bobcats after just scoring the goal. 2:24 into the game. The guy who scored the goal losing a fight pretty much sure-handedly. And if you're the Bruins, it's best case scenario. Sure, you lose a defenseman and a guy who leads the team in penalty minutes. He's among the league leaders, Nate Loft. That's a trade-off you'll take. Momentum's kind of on your side now after giving up the goal. So 1-0 Bobcats, 2 shots each, puck back in play, and the Bobcats' 4th line. Without Volkema here, he was on that line. Here's a strip again for Calvin Hansen, moves in and just spun the puck and couldn't control cleanly over the Bruin line, but he hits Caden Muir. A leg-on-leg check behind the goal. That's legal. And the puck to center ice. Bruins get a 2-on-2. In comes Damon Furseth. A pass across was batted away by Jackson Luther. Dueling fourth lines. In the Bobcat zone, game misconduct on Logan Volkema and Nate Loaf. So both are down for the remainder of the game. Bobcats will have just 11 forwards. Bruins with 6 defensemen from here on out. And we are just 2.5 in. 4-on-4 is over. Back to 5-on-5 as Newmeyer carries in for the Bobcats. Bruins zone. Lobs 1-2 hopper. Saved by Trent Weinkin. Puck deflects to his right. Off his goal stick and out to center. Newmeyer recovers. Darts away from one Bruin, Walter Zacher, with Gavin Morrissey and Sam Cristiano on their second line. Been a good line of late. Zacher's their top goal scorer and Morrissey's their top point getter. Walter Zacher picks up the puck. Bobcats just saw his younger brother Lawton, the Minot goaltender. Zacher, the Bruins forward out of Buffalo. Puck dumped into the right of Garvey. Bobcat zone. A centering pass comes away from Zacher. Bobcats control. Johnson flips it ahead. Patrick looking to find Patilla. Alley-oop gets there. He shoots. Save Weinkin. And the puck in the mesh. Well, that hard wrist shot from Patilla as he somehow timed the play onside from a 2-line dump. Up in the air from Johnson. Curved it around the scoreboard, and then Patilla's shot just scraped off the top of the glove hand of Weinkin. Up out of play. So we'll see who gets the momentum here as the Bruins were scored on, then won the fight. Bobcats have gotten the first couple of shots since the fight. That one a good one from Patilla a moment ago. We've played 4 minutes. Bobcats the only goal tonight. Brandon Reller in for a face-off with Julian Beaumont and Eric Atchison on the wings. Bruins control the face-off with Austin Solani, who's their best taker. They bank one ahead and down the ice to the Bobcat zone. Chase Beacom and Ian Engel drift back on defense. Lane Sedavi's kept his defensive lines from 2 Saturdays ago in Austin. Changed them up, and he's kept them since. Wants to get some continuity, especially up front. Consistent lines, which could lead to the lines gelling after some time and not changing them up after every loss. Bruins dumping again from center. Beacom back. Beaumont looking to tap it to Reller. That failed. In the corner, a centering pass from Solani's batted up by Engel's head-high stick, but kept in by the Bruins. So no high stick touch. Brian Gilman shoots in from the right wing to the corner. Round around the board, Solani a hand pass into the offensive zone, but the Bobcats touch that. So play continues, and the puck shot out of play in the Bruin bench area. Just behind it in section 3. We've had a goal and a fight in the first 5 minutes. Glad you're with us. 1-0 Bobcats in the lead. Logan Volkema from Evan Hunter at 2:24. And then Logan Volkema and Nate Loft both fighting off the ensuing face-off. Each receiving 25 minutes of penalties. And in fact, the minors for roughing that were initially called weren't even posted up on the board. Just a 5-and game for both, and we'll see if they're allowed to play tomorrow. I can't imagine so with the game misconduct. Bobcats bring the puck in. Drew Holt, the right wing shot got slowed down. Weinkin touches behind his net, and Johnson digs it out. Out to Fleming at the left point. Landed Fleming a shot, through and up. Tip play goes wide. Kyle Dahl lands a check, but the Bruins are 3 abreast through center. The defenseman Caden Muir drags by 1, couldn't get in front. Bobcats stick it away with Fleming getting back on the back check, and the Bobcats have a 3-on-2 themselves. Over the Bruin line, Johnson to Holt, bats one to the goal. Weinkin couldn't cover it because his defenseman was in front of him to make the block. Now Dahl keeps it. Johnson left circle to the dot. He shoots, blocked wide left. Rims around and carries down the ice to center. Bobcat defensemen were changing. Bear and Newmeyer over the bench. They hinge forward with the forwards now coming off, and so Newmeyer seeing that just tries to get it deep. Recovers back at his line and got dispossessed by Brassard, who plays back in the Bobcat zone. Bismarck now a quick up. Long pass tipped along by Nico Chmielewski, who Lane Sedovy said was the Bobcats' best player last week. 2 goals, 1 assist in the Minot series for Nico. He scored in both games. Power play goal back on Saturday. His first 2 games at home back from injury. First 2 goals, I should say. Also his first home game back was last Friday. Turned against the Bruins 2 weeks ago and didn't have the best weekend, but that's to be expected when he missed 4 months with shoulder surgery. Bobcats by 1, 6.5 gone first period. Neutral zone play. Newmeyer gets away from multiple Bruins and Nick Bear moves right and shoots in before he got tripped up. No penalty call. Bobcats were caught offside, so the Bruins a breakout pass to Gavin Morrissey. A commit to Mankato State. Shoots the puck in around the boards. Bruins top point getter. Morrissey with 48 points in 47 games. Bobcats get the puck with Evan Hunter. First game back from injury himself. Here's Johnson over the Bruin line. Stops up on the left wing, got hit. Plays it in deep. Jonathan fighting for the puck. He gets it with the third forward now Patilla in the left corner. Bruins from behind their own goal make a play. A strip by Nick Bear with the right point. Patilla centers one just across the goal crease with Jonathan nearing the back door. A long shot tipped by Patilla in front. Goes to the right corner. Patilla seeks after it, tracks it down. Centers the puck, but away from Johnson. Would have had a wide open look at the goal. Bruins get their forwards peeling away for a change. They shoot in. It hops and skids to Garvey. Makes the play to his right. Bobcats forwards. Jonathan lost the puck. A shot sizzles wide of Garvey to his left. At the right point, kept in by Jimmy Goffredo. Down the boards it goes to the far corner. Solani for the Bruins to Josh Giuliani behind. Impressive first-year Bruin, Josh Giuliani. Lost the puck. Bobcats breakout pass got blocked by Dylan Cook out of the zone. Right corner, keeps it for Solani. Centering pass with Giuliani staked out in front, never got there. A stick play by Chase Beacom breaks it up. Now Chase behind. It's poked away from a scrum behind the goal. Bruins control, up top Cook in the high slot. Right wing Goffredo. He shoots. Blocked wide left of Garvey, who sprawled out to make a save. Puck never came. Now behind the goal. The Bruins, Brian Gilman on defense. Right point, Goffredo was shot. Goes behind the goal to the far corner. Cook on it for the Bruins. Dylan Cook rolls it. Clockwise right point, kept in Gilman. Extended Bruins zone time here. Now they lose the puck. Jonathan couldn't skate it out. Now finds a safety valve. Angle to center. He just chips it forward. Got matched by two Bruins, and a penalty's been called. Bobcats will go on the power play as Angle was hit to the boards by a pair of Bruins, clearing the puck out. It's an elbowing penalty, and the Bobcats to their first power play of the game.